and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be reacting to 90 Days the Other Way. So if you're not familiar with the show, basically an American falls in love with a foreigner and the American decides to go to their lover's country, okay? And they give up everything they have. Little clip that I'll be reacting to is Jenny finding out some really bad news, okay? So Jenny is an American woman that has fallen in love with an Indian man, okay? And she, in a little backstory, she goes over there and she lives with him. They find an apartment and she lives with them and everything is okay. But there's some funny business going on as far as him not letting his parents know that he's in love with Jenny. And in the Indian culture, they don't really go against their parents. It doesn't matter how old they are. And I believe, I can't remember what the guy's name is, Simit. I think his name is Simit. He's like 40 years old and he's still like afraid of his parents, but he's starting to like fight back and all of that. So let's get into the clip. I'm so excited to watch this. I've been wanting to watch this so bad. Okay. All right, they're micing her up. She already looked pissed off.
Great. Okay. Will you?
She looks sad. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Producers received a frantic call from Jenny. They took the earliest flight to India to cover the events as they were
was worse than anything I could
recording.
have ever imagined. It's like you're having a nightmare and you wake up and it's true. It's really happening. It's not a nightmare. It's really happening. That's what it felt like.
Come on.
Morning, and his phone started ringing. He looked at his phone. He's like, "Oh, you know." And he put his phone on. I said, "What? Who's calling you?" And he went out the door and he said, "Jenny, lock the door." I was thinking maybe his father was down there. They found us. That's what I was thinking. 2 minutes later, there was a knock on my door. I opened it, and there was a man standing there with Submit. And he said, "Hello, Jenny. How are you?"
Okay, who's the man?
Father.
You're kidding me.
Married to my daughter for the last 2 years. He's married to my daughter. And I was like, huh?
You're kidding me.
Like what? I mean, what?
Whoa. I would have been pissed. I would have been out of there. What do you do in those situations? But just try to figure out what happened. Yeah. I think they've been like dating for 6 years or talking for 6 years. She's about to lose it.
And he's telling me the rest of the family members are coming. We're calling Sumit's family. Everybody's on their way. They want to meet you. That's what he said to me. He said they want to meet you.
What? But why? But why though? Why do they want to meet her?
They're mad. They're going to be angry. And I feel like they're going to go after me. And I said, what am I going to do? I got scared. I ran in my bedroom. Sumit is out there trying to convince his father-in-law that nothing's going on. I was scared. I was scared. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know
No
what
way.
to do.
You cannot convince him. He already knows what's up.
Ran into my living room and the rest of his family showed up, including his wife.
What?
And his mom, she had picked up his shrine and threw it on the floor and broke it. When I came running out there, I ran straight. He was in a fight stance like this. His cousin was holding him back, and I said, Smee,
you're
I grabbed him
kidding
and I pulled him
me.
back, and I was trying to pull him into this bedroom, but his mom grabbed him, and his mom looked at me like, if looks could kill, I probably would have dropped dead at that moment. She was like this with me.
Oh my God.
Like, you better get back. So I backed up. As far as I knew, and from what I saw, she looked like she was gonna hurt him bad.
That's horrible.
I was scared.
That's horrible.
I was scared.
I know that goes on in that culture, but come on now. Love is love. Like, I just don't understand that. That is so sad.
Threatening to put him in jail. They're threatening to put him in jail, and we're going to call the police. You're going to go to jail. Jenny's going to go to jail too, because we're going to file a complaint against her too, because she's living here with a married man. And I'm like, but I didn't know.
Are you kidding
married.
me?
So
She had no idea, and now they're trying to call the cops.
I just found out too. And they asked him, do
This
you
is
love
horrible.
Jenny? And he said, yes, I love Jenny. He said it to everybody. Yes, I love Jenny.
He confessed his love. That's awesome. But still, like, what they're doing is horrible.
The police, and he took some ID and his passport and everything, and he just
Like, this
took it
pisses
all,
me
and
off
then
so bad.
And then they were leaving, and they took him. They took Submit out of here. They took him away from here, and I haven't seen him since.
Oh my gosh. That's so I absolutely feel horrible for her. She came all the way to India to be with the person that she loves, and this is what she finds out. Can you imagine? Can you imagine loving someone and they're married, and then you find out the way she found out? That is crazy. I feel for her, and I guess I have to follow up on what happens, because this is a crazy situation and story. She gave up everything. So when she gets back home, like, what is she gonna come home to? When she goes, if she goes back to America, what is she gonna go back to? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. I know it was a little sad, but I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you comment below, like, subscribe if you're new here. Until next time, guys. Bye.